Namaste. Let's talk about millets. Wonder grain called millets had been a major grain of our diet, and wheat was used very occasionally on a very special occasions like festivals or special occasions like weddings. We used to have Holi, Puran Poli on Holi or Gujia on Diwali. Puris were served in weddings. Desserts made up of ghee, wheat and sugar or good were consumed in a very small quantities. Then how all of a sudden the wonder grain called millet disappeared from our plates? We all know that during World War II we were under British Raj, or during the British era all our food grains or all our food supplies were diverted for the soldiers who are fighting in World War II. So India was literally sleeping hungry. So when British left India, we had no food grains or no food reserves left for us. So our beloved late Prime Minister Lal Bahadur Shastri brought green revolution to India, and we all know that during that wheat was produced on large quantities, being high yield grain, right? So because it was produced in a large quantities, we started consuming it more. And during this time, due to all the commercialization and all this green revolution, the revolution in the farm tools, the technologies, all these mechanical tools, fertilizers, pesticides, all those things that were introduced into our agriculture. Of course, it sufficed the hunger that we as an Indians were facing. It sufficed that hunger, but somehow it came with its own disadvantage, right? So if you go back to our great grandparents, you don't have to go so far, maybe like 2 or 3 generations back, you will find that our grandparents, they actually consumed millets as their day-to-day diet. Our grandparents were very healthy. They never had the health issues that we have today, like diabetes, obesity, the heart diseases and all that, they are related to a diet. And that diet, the diet change that has gone through in this century is what is considered as a major reason behind our health issues, right? So at Mrs. India, we are trying to bring back millets to our plates. Right now, it's not that easy, during the century of disaster or century of tragedy or whatever, the green revolution is actually a very good thing, but somehow it has changed our diet, right? So going back to that diet is going to be difficult because our taste buds have now changed. So we have decided that we are going to bring back millets to our plates. So Mrs. India is going to start a new campaign called Millet Queen, where we are associated with the Spice Club. They have a huge variety of millets. So here we have Spice Club joining us in search of our Mrs. India's Millet Queen. Ultimately, the Millet Queen will be crowned from Mrs. India's finalists, so they have to make the best dishes. But I'm also not going to keep quiet. I'm going to try the paniyaram. So let's go and make the paniyaram out of the Spice Club's dosa mix.